You feel it the moment someone lies to you, a tightness in your chest, a heat behind your eyes. Your mind doesn't just register the lie, it replays it, again and again, searching for the exact second the betrayal began. That reaction feels personal. It feels like it belongs only to you, in this moment, over this specific hurt. But the real answer is far stranger. That reaction is not new. It is not even yours. It is a 50,000-year-old alarm system, and it was built for a world where betrayal didn't just hurt your feelings, it killed you. Your ancestors did not live in cities. They did not have police or courts or locked doors. They lived in small bands, sometimes as few as 20 people, sometimes 100. And in that world, the group was not a nice to have. The group was the only thing standing between you and death. No lone human survived long against a lion, a famine, or a broken leg. Survival meant belonging. So when someone inside that circle broke trust, it wasn't a minor social hiccup. It was a five-alarm fire. Anthropologist Christopher Bohm spent decades studying small-scale societies, still living close to how early humans once did. He found something almost every one of these groups shared. They had no chiefs, no kings, no single person who could dominate the rest. Instead, they policed each other. Constantly. If someone hoarded meat, lied about a hunt, or tried to grab more power than they deserved, the group responded. Not with silence, with action. Gossip spread fast. Mockery came sharp and public. And if that didn't work, the group escalated further, sometimes all the way to exile. Exile sounds mild today. It is not mild. It is a death sentence dressed up as a punishment. Cast out of the group, an early human lost access to food-sharing networks, defense against predators, help during illness, and mates. Bohm's research suggests this threat, the credible fear of being cast out, is one of the most powerful forces shaping human behavior. Not laws, not religion, fear of the group turning on you. That fear didn't disappear when humans built cities. It's still running in your brain right now. Ever notice how a public call-out, even a small one, feels worse than a private correction? Ever notice how being left out of a group chat can ruin your whole afternoon? That is not weakness. That is 50,000 years of programming firing exactly as designed. In the early 2000s, psychologist Kipling Williams built something deceptively simple, a digital game called Cyberball. 3 players toss a virtual ball back and forth, except 2 of them are not real. They are programmed to slowly stop passing the ball to the third player, the actual test subject, cut off, ignored, left out of a meaningless game with strangers who don't even exist. And still, brain scans showed something remarkable. The same regions that light up during physical pain lit up during this tiny, trivial exclusion. Your brain does not fully distinguish between a broken bone and a broken bond. Isn't that strange? A game with no real stakes, and your nervous system reacts like it's a survival threat. Because to your ancestors, it was. Betrayal, then, was never just an emotional event. It was information. Your ancestors needed to know, fast, who could be trusted with the next hunt, the next harvest, the next secret. Getting it wrong meant starving next winter, or worse. So evolution built you a detector, a finely tuned radar for dishonesty, cheating, and broken promises. Psychologists call this cheater detection, and it's shockingly fast. Studies on logical reasoning found something odd. People perform far better on a rule-following puzzle when it's framed as catching a cheater than when it's framed as an abstract logic problem. The exact same puzzle. Different framing, wildly different accuracy. Your brain isn't built to be a great logician. It's built to be a great judge of character. But detecting a cheater was only step 1. Step 2 was deciding what to do about them. And here the story gets darker and more communal than most people expect. Anthropologist Sarah Matthews spent years among the Turkana, pastoralists in East Africa, studying how groups enforce cooperation during warfare and resource sharing. She found that punishment for betrayal wasn't left to the person who was wronged. It was often carried out collectively. The whole group had a stake in making sure cheaters didn't get away with it because unpunished betrayal was contagious. If one person could lie, steal, or abandon the group without consequence, others would learn they could too. Left unchecked, the whole cooperative system would collapse. So punishment became a shared responsibility. Not personal revenge, public maintenance. This reshapes how you should think about gossip. Today, gossip gets treated as petty, even shameful. But for most of human history, gossip was the immune system of the tribe. It spread information about who could be trusted and who couldn't faster than any formal system ever could. Evolutionary psychologist Robin Dunbar has argued that language itself may have evolved largely for this purpose. Not to describe the weather, to track reputations. In groups too large for everyone to personally witness every interaction, gossip let information about betrayal travel where direct observation could not. Which means that ancient instinct you feel to tell someone when a friend has wronged you. That's not petty either. That's 50,000 years of social infrastructure, quietly still running. Here's the twist most people miss. Betrayal detection didn't just punish the guilty, it shaped the innocent. Knowing that lying, cheating, or abandoning the group could get you shamed, excluded, or exiled pushed early humans toward honesty long before any formal moral code existed. The fear of betrayal built cooperation, not because humans are naturally saintly, because the alternative was too costly to risk. Think about how much of your own behavior is still shaped by that same fear. The promise you kept even when breaking it would have been easier. The secret you didn't tell because you knew what people would think of you if it got out. The apology you gave, not because you fully believed you were wrong, but because you couldn't stand the group turning cold on you. None of that is soft or modern. It's ancient hardware, doing exactly what it evolved to do. And this is where the mirror gets uncomfortable. Modern life gives you strangers by the thousands. Online, at work, in cities packed with people you'll never truly know. Your betrayal detector, built for a tribe of 20, is now running constantly, scanning an environment it was never designed for. No wonder trust feels harder to build today, and easier to lose. Your brain is still bracing for a world where one betrayal could end your life, even when the actual stakes are a canceled plan or an unanswered text. So the next time betrayal stings more than the situation seems to warrant, remember what you're actually feeling. It's not overreaction. It's not fragility. It's an alarm built across tens of thousands of years, one designed by a world where being cast out of the group meant facing the wild completely alone. You feel it the moment someone lies to you. Now you know why it never really was just about the lie.